What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be taking a look at Daimon Hellstrom, so let's see what we've got going on. Let's check it out. As promised, today we'll be taking a look at Daimon Hellstrom, so let's see what we've got going on. As we move along this Strange Tales wave, we get a figure that I think some of us thought would never see the light of day after that unsuccessful HasLab campaign, right? One of the tiers for that, this figure actually being an upgraded version of that, because it is a pinless version of that, right? So it's interesting to see this come along after that, but you know, I like it because it does keep the possibility open for some other things from that campaign. So here's to hoping for that. Marvel Legends series, Strange Tales wave. There's your Build-A-Figure for Blackheart, logo at the top. Flip it to the side, some nice artwork there. Flip it to the back, there's your expanded image. That's what you need to complete Blackheart. That's important information. Here's your blurb. Half human and half demon, Daimon Hellstrom uses his mystical powers and knowledge of occult lore to defend humanity. Seems valiant. Alright, flip it to that side. There's your image, there's your name, there's your series. Let's get him out of the box. Fresh out of the box, I totally understand this is not something for everybody. This is a character that is very deep on the list, right? Like, we are digging deep when it comes to characters like this, at least from my perspective. You may be on the totally other end of that spectrum, and that does not apply, but I really do think this is certainly a little bit more on the obscure end, and that kind of is the draw for me a lot of the times. Like, one, just adding a new character, a new figure to the shelf is part of the draw, especially when we're in a era of a lot of like upgrades and re-releases, right? So anytime a new character comes along in figure form, I'm a little bit more excited than a straight up re-release or an upgrade of a figure we already have. So that's just a little bit of the benefit here. We do get an extra set of hands. You do get this pitchfork as an accessory, so pretty base offering, but at least you do get some things. No extra heads though, so we are stuck with this one expression that we have here. Let's take a closer look. Moving in closer, we can get a good look at that face sculpt. Now, while we only get this one, it again is a good face sculpt. I mean, they are definitely upping their game over the last 2 years on head sculpts, and this is no slouch. So I do like what you get here. Absolutely would love to have an expressive face though, right? The neutral face is fine, but I don't know. It just, for me, I love having the option, and I tend to prefer more expressive faces in the display anyway. Let me know your thoughts though. Alright, so we've got some reuse up in here in the torso area, right? Pretty much all reuse on this figure, but upgraded to pinless. So you get at least an upgraded body mold. It would have been very disappointing for them to just throw in a pinned figure on this, right? Really phone it in and do that. So I'm glad they didn't do that. You can see the design, the pentagram up here, very cleanly painted. I don't see any issues on mine, so I do like that. You've got the gold wristbands and belt here. They do a fine job, very plain sort of plastic, but accomplishes what it needs to. A little bit of some black markings on the foot down there, so I don't know what that's about, but all in all, pretty clean looking figure. For your hands, you get your open set of hands. Your wrist gauntlets are a separate piece, so you can remove those if so desired. And of course, you get your set of fists. Taking a look at the articulation, head will look down to there, chin almost touching the chest, up and back to there, so you get pretty good angle. You definitely get some good rock side to side, movement all the way around. You do have your butterfly joints for the shoulders here, so pretty deep cut. You can get back pretty good amount to the rear there. Arm does move all the way around. it will go up and out to about there. Upper bicep cut, double jointed pinless at the elbow, nothing at the forearm, and then hinge at the wrist. You do just have your ab crunch hip swivel here. Leg kicks up and out to about there, back to there, and then out to about there. Upper thigh cut, double jointed pinless at the knee, boot cut, and your hinge swivel at the ankle. For comparison, here he is backed up against your VHS 2-pack Spider-Man, another figure that uses the Sunfire base for its buck. You can see they are roughly the same height, hair giving slight advantages wherever they may. Here he is backed up against your deluxe Black Widow. That'll give you an idea of how he will stack up against your average female figures. And here he is backed up against Blade, again roughly the same height. So being on the Sunfire buck, he's going to be pretty average amongst your characters in height. Alright folks, well there you have it. There is your Daimon Hellstrom from the Strange Tales wave. Blackheart Build-A-Figure. Continuing down, I've now received all the figures. It's just a matter of getting these videos together. So I am still very much looking forward to completing Blackheart, though I'm really looking forward to how that stacks up against the Toy Biz. But as far as Daimon is concerned here, an okay figure. It's an average offering, right? This was certainly not something that's for everybody. I personally appreciate the random and obscure, so I certainly am welcoming of this type of release, but I totally get that it's not going to be for everybody, and there are probably more people in that category than in the category of those who want this figure. Totally get it, but I do appreciate it, do enjoy it. I think it's exactly what it needed to be, right? The only thing that really would have made a huge difference and really elevated this for me is offering the additional head sculpt and some effect pieces, right? These aren't big things to ask for. It seems like more and more, though, it is something that is being asked for. So I would love to see those types of things just as your base offering, right? Extra head sculpt, effect pieces. That's all. That's the 2 cents, folks. Hopefully you got something out of this. I do appreciate you checking out the video. Of course, you can always find me on any of these socials down here. Most importantly, though, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe below. And until next time, take it easy.